The periodic table is something that we're going to be referring to throughout the entire year. It's important that you understand some of the basics about how it's put together. Two terms, groups and families versus periods. Groups, or otherwise called families, span vertically. So if I'm talking about group 2, I'm talking about this group that's highlighted in green. Periods, on the other hand, span from left to right. So my period numbers are given on the left side of the periodic table. This is period 3. If I wanted to identify the elements that's in period 4, group 5, well, here's period 4. Here's group 5. So I would simply just come across here, and that element is vanadium. So you should know how to refer to those two terms when we're quickly referring to elements on the periodic table. Groups or families all share chemical properties. Either they're all very reactive or they're all very non-reactive. A lot of times they'll share physical properties too. There'll be soft silvery metals, or there'll be brittle non-metallic compounds, or elements, I should say. For example, everything in group 1, which is called the alkali metals, is violently reactive when it comes into contact with water. And they become even more reactive as you move down the group. On the other hand, group 17, which are the halogens, are all elements that are nonmetals. All of these elements, however, are very reactive, but they're nonmetals. Things like chlorine, that's used to clean swimming pools, and bromine, that's used for brominated water, and iodine is used to clean cuts. Everything that's within a family or a group on the periodic table shares similar chemical properties. The types of properties that are shared within a given family are things such as chemical properties, specifically reactivity. Typically, everything within a family shares a similar degree of reactivity when it comes to shared properties. Sodium, in group 1 of the periodic table, is a highly reactive metal. Chlorine is a deadly gas. It was used during World War I as in the components of toxic mustard gas. However, if we allow the two to combine together, you take two things that are very dangerous to work with, and it forms something that you put on your food, table salt. If we allow elements to chemically react and chemically change, it changes the overall properties of those two elements. They become something new. Hydrogen is explosive, oxygen is flammable, but you put the two together and it forms water, which we drink. The properties of a compound change after the elements are combined chemically. Our final topic that we have to cover is the law of definite proportions in our next mini lecture.